UFC 280 Oliveira versus Makhachev takes place this weekend, and I'm gonna go through the full card breakdown and in detailed predictions, starting with the early prelim opener of I'm sorry if I sound weird and a bit quiet, but it'll work. My phone's having issues. I might fix it. It's really hard, but I'll make this work. Starting with the early prelim opener of Lena Landsberg versus Carol Rosa. I'm going to be going for Carol Rosa here to kick off the card. I mean, this is a pathetic fight that spoils the card, but the rest of the fights are going to be really good. I am going to be going for Carol Rosa, though, to get this one done. I think she's good. She did lose to Sarah McMahon in that last one, which isn't a good sign at all, if I'm honest with you. I mean, that isn't a good sign, in my opinion. It isn't a good sign, but she made that fight pretty close in the last round, you know. But first two rounds, she kind of got outmuscled, and she just fought Submission Curtis and Submission Circus and got the win there. So she's improving her grappling. She beat Bethe Correia, beat Jocelyn Edwards. Edwards is now looking good herself in her own career. But I think she'll beat Lena Landsberg. Lena Landsberg is just old and not good. She lost to Pani Kianzad and Sarah McMahon. Beat Chasson, but that was a young version of Chasson, new to the game. And I'm gonna go for Carol Rosa, getting this one done. 30-27 unanimous decision. I think she'll get the job done. She's a big favorite as well. I'm picking Carol Rosa. Moving on up the card, Muhammad Makhachev versus Malcolm Gordon. Now, this is an interesting one. I am looking forward to this one. Makhachev easy win for Makhachev there. I think this will be an easy win for Muhammad Makhachev. Malcolm Gordon is good. He's a good fighter. He's capable, Malcolm Gordon. And he has won his last couple of fights against Denis Bondar, which was kind of a fluke win, to be honest with you. And he beat Figueiredo, who was the best, really, if I'm honest with you. But that Sumo Duerji fight is questionable to me, because the way he went down was just something. You're not going to beat Muhammad Makhachev if that's the way you're going down against Sumo Duerji. And Sumo Duerji just lost the match to Chanel, so he's not even living up to the hype himself. But he lost to Mir Albazi. Oh well, things happen there. But I think Muhammad Makhachev, the hype is on his side. The age is on his side as well. 22 years old, the hype, everything here. He beat Charles Johnson. Not the best performance against Charles Johnson, but I think he'll outmuscle Malcolm Gordon in the grappling here. I don't see Malcolm Gordon winning this. I don't see Malcolm Gordon winning the grappling here, and I surely don't see him winning the stand-up. And he looked good against Johnson. I bet you that Durden fight doesn't go the way it did 9 out of 10 times, but I bet you he would beat Durden. I bet you he would beat Cody Durden another way if it wasn't for that result. But I think he'll go out there and beat Malcolm Gordon. First round KO. And yeah, moving on. And if he wins against Gordon, give him a ranked opponent. Moving on up the card, Armen Petrosyan versus AJ Dobson. I think you have to go with Armen Petrosyan here. I like AJ Dobson. I think he's a good fighter. I really do. I think AJ Dobson is a decent fighter. But we just see Malkoun is just pathetic. And isn't the best. Let's be real. He was looking good in that fight on the feet, but I think Petrosyan's different stuff. Dobson won't grapple. Same with Petrosyan. Petrosyan won't grapple, but I think on the feet, they're both even. But the kicks from Petrosyan, man. The kicks, like you see that the head kick on Kaloyan Kolev on the Contender Series. And he also has a win over Gregory Rodriguez as well, where he arguably lost, but it was a good fight, close fight. Rodriguez is looking good himself now, getting good 2 wins over Nijhakwani and Marquez. And yeah, he did lose to Caio Bahalio, but Cal Bahalio is a great fighter, or Cal Barallo is a great fighter, and he's living up to the hype. I'm going to be going for Armin Petrosian, kicking up AJ Dobson here, winning a close 29-28 decision win, but clear. I think he'll win it. And Petrosian, he's good. He's a good fighter, Petrosian. I'm trusting him to win this one. I think he's good. 31 years old, the 30 years old in Dobson. He is older, but I think Superman Petrosian wins this fight. Moving on up the card, Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov versus Gadzi Omar Gadziev. I'm going to be going with Abu Bakar Nurmagomedov here. I like Gadzi Omar Gadziev, but he just isn't that great. Same with Abu Bakar. But Abu Bakar, I just think Abu Bakar is going to use some good grappling here and win. Abu Bakar is going to use some, I just think he'll use some, I think he'll just use some wrestling here on Gadzi. We've seen Gadzi didn't look great. Yeah. My throat. We've seen Gadzi didn't look great against Kyle Bahalo. We just mentioned him. And he didn't look good in that fight at all. And I think Abu Bakar can win this one with the grappling and win decision win 29-28. Close fight, but he wins it clear. I'm going to be trusting Abu Bakar to win this one. He beat Jared Gooden, and Gooden explosive. Gooden couldn't do much on the feet. I don't see Omar Gadziev doing much on the feet. I think this will be a wrestling fight. Abu Bakar gets the better of it, wins it. Lost to David Zawada, but that was 3 years ago. I'm going to be going for Abu Bakar winning this one. Moving on up the card. I need a stretch, man. I'm in an uncomfortable position, so. Okay. Moving on up the card. To another fight on the card. Yamato Nishikawa versus Magomed Mustafayev. I'm going to be going for Magomed Mustafayev here. I think Nishikawa is not the greatest of fighters, to be honest with you. I don't think he's that good. I mean, he is good. 6 draws. I mean, he's 19. Like, why rush, man? Like, why rush? I just don't know why they would give him Mustafayev in his debut. I don't get that at all. I really don't. But he's fought some cans, like 9-11-4 in that guy. He's fought 2-1, 13-6 and 2, 6-7, 16-6, which is not bad. 13-5, 8-7. Like, he hasn't fought the greatest of competition, and I think he's gonna go out. I think he's gonna go out there and lose to Magomed Mustafayev, who is very good. Very good. I mean, he was supposed to originally fight Jamie Millarkey. That would have been a good fight there, but I just think I'm going to trust him to go out there and beat. I'm going to trust him to beat, what's his name? Yamato Nishikawa. And get the job done here. First round TKO. I'm trusting him, sub, KO, whatever it is. Had a close fight with Brad Riddell, which isn't bad, and he lost to Kevin Lee. Beat Fiziev. I mean, Fiziev is about to fight like Justin Gaethje next. So I think I'm going to trust Mustafayev. 34 years old, but I think I'm going to trust him to win it. Moving on, up the card. Volkan Ozdemir versus Nikita Krylov. I'm going to be trusting Nikita Krylov. I'm going to trust here. Volkan Ozdemir just looks old and slower and just not the same anymore. I mean, 33 years old. I just don't trust in winning this one over Nikita Krylov. I think Krylov's something, man. I think he's pretty good, Krylov. Yeah, Ozdemir beat Craig, and Krylov lost to Craig. But Ozdemir just, I think instead of going for a KO on Craig, he wanted to stay patient, get out of the submission attempts that Craig tried to give him. The heel hooks here and there, the leg locks. And I think he wanted to just total strike and keep it safe. But Krylov was beating up Craig until he got caught in the triangle. So I like Krylov. He risks it more. I think Ozdemir, he didn't look good against Ankalaev as well. You know, Krylov looked good against Ankalaev. Krylov looked better against Craig than Ozdemir. And Krylov looked better against Ankalaev than Ozdemir. Ozdemir got KO'd by Yuri Prohaska. I don't see Krylov going for a KO here. I think this will be on the feet. I can see Krylov getting a KO, but I'm going to go him out grappling and out hustling. Tired, and he looked gassed quickly against Craig. So I'm going to go with him beating up Ozdemir. And I think he'll get the job done. 30-27 decision win. Nikita Krylov gets the win. And he out-grappled Johnny Walker. Beat OSP. Close fight against Teixeira. Close fight against Ankalaev. Close fight. I mean, he got finished by Blachowicz, but it's Blachowicz. You know? Legendary Polish power. I'm going to be going for Krylov, winning this one. And yeah, 30 years old. He's only 30, in his prime. Krylov gets it done. And I think he has a 2-inch reach advantage. 2.5-inch reach advantage. That's good for him. Moving on up the card. Makhman Muradov versus Cal Boralho. Alright, this is an interesting one. This is an interesting one. Cal Boralho, though, the grappling. I just don't like when GM3 is taking you down and out hustling you and kind of beating you on the feet. I don't like that at all. It's not a good look at all. At all. It's not a good look. But Andrew Sanchez, like Trevin Smith, Alessio Di Chirico, not good wins, and took Andrew Sanchez to the 3rd round. And GM3's beating you. And I know GM3 is the legend. But Cal Boralho's good. We mentioned him a lot in this video already. 29 years old, beat Petrosian, looked good. Beat Omar Gadzhiev, looked good. And I like Cal Boralho. Training with good guys as well. And he's 29. He's going to make massive improvements, and I think Cal Boralho is going to go out there and get the job done with the grappling. Maybe Muradov lands some shots early on the feet, but I think Boralho always has that option to take it to the ground on a 32-year-old Makhman Muradov. He's 29, Boralho. I'm going Boralho, man. I think he's going to get it done. Moving on, up the card, Belal Muhammad versus Sean Brady. Belal Muhammad, I'm going to go with here. I think Belal. Sure, Sean Brady's good. I like Sean Brady. I think he's a good fighter. And this is a 3-rounder, and it benefits him. But he didn't look good at all against Michael Chiesa. Didn't look good at all in that fight. Slowed down to the 3rd round, and maybe you can say he does the same thing what he did to Chiesa to Belal. But Belal's smart. He's going to be smart in there. Great takedown defense. And Brady's strong, I understand. But Belal's fought great guys. You know, he's fought great guys. Beat Luke K. Beat Thompson. Beat Maya. Maya couldn't take him down. I understand Brady's much stronger, but he beat Lima. Stayed in there against Edwards. Usman didn't. And Usman had a full camp. Usman couldn't stay in there. And Usman had a full camp. Belal took down short notice, as people don't really look at. But Brady is just, he's not that good. Yeah, he beat Jake Matthews, but that was an old Jake Matthews, pre-Fialho Jake Matthews. And he struggled against Court McGee. Like, I just don't trust him. I think I'm going to trust Belal winning this one on the feet. Both have kind of shit stand-up, but Belal's going to use some grappling in the last 2 rounds, getting the job done. Moving on, up the card to the main card. Caitlin Chukagian versus Manon Fiorot. Let me stretch again. This is really painful, man, but I'm trying to make this quick. I'm going to be going for Manon Fiorot. I think I'm going to go for here. I like Caitlin Chukagian. I think she's a good fighter. But I just don't like when she makes it close against Amanda Ribas. You know? Don't like that. It's not a good look. Stop making it close against Ribas. You know, close fight against Jennifer Maia. Close fight against Viviane Araújo. Kind of schooled Calvillo, to be fair there, but I just don't like it, man. She looks like she's getting worse. I think Manon Fiorot is going to join that club where she's just better. And she's 32. Turning 33 soon, but I think she's going to get this one done. I think she's gonna get it. She beat Jennifer Maia. She beat Mara Bueno Silva and Tapatarici. All of them looking good. I think she's gonna go out there and beat Caitlin Chukagian, who has weird range, and yeah, she can use some grappling. but Fiora on the feet is going to be too much. And I think she'll land some good body kicks, side kicks to the body, a lot of body shots and big shots, and I think Chikagi won't really like it. And I think Fiora will have a tough third round with the grappling. Win the first 2 rounds with her striking. I'm going Fiora. Moving on up the card to another fight up the card, which is Beneil Dariush versus Mateusz Gamrot. I'm gonna go with Mateusz Gamrot. I think Mateusz Gamrot wins it. Damn it. I think Mateusz Gamrot wins. I like Beneil Dariush. I think he's good. I think he has a solid chance of winning this one. I just think Gamrot's gonna be too much here, man, with the grappling. I don't see Dariush using some grappling here. Now Dariush, to be fair, beat Ferguson, but Ferguson, yay, everyone's beating him. You know? Who cares? You beat Ferguson. Like, come on. Like, everyone's beating Ferguson. Even Nate Diaz at this point is beating Ferguson comfortably. You know, I think Gamrot's going to be too much. I think he's going to be way too much. I think Gamrot's going to be too much here, man. I really do. Dariush has that chance to get a KO, but why rely on him and trust him to get that KO? I don't. A lot of people are sleeping on him this week. I just think Gamrot, like, he arguably lost to Sarukian, but he did lose to Sarukian, but even then he made that razor close and looked very good in that fight against Arman Sarukian. And he beat Diego Ferreira. Jeremy Stevens looked great in that fight. Beat Scott Holtzman. I'm going to go Mateusz Gamrot winning this one. I'm getting a good performance. Yeah. On pay-per-view, I'm going Mateusz Gamrot. I think he gets this one done. Lost to Garam, but that was then. And he should have won that fight. And Dariush, a lot of pressure's going to be on him. He's coming out with a broken leg. Trains at King's MMA, but I think Gamrot's different stuff, man. I'm going Mateusz Gamrot. Getting this one done. I think this is going to be a lot to gain for Gamrot. If Dariush wins, there's a title shot right there. Gamrot wins. Look at the Gaethje fight, Poirier fight, Chandler fight. But yeah, I'm gonna go Gamrot. Moving on up the card to Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley. I'm gonna be going for Petr Yan. I like O'Malley, man. I really think O'Malley's good. I just don't trust him though, man. Yan's good, and I think Yan is legit. I think he's a legit fighter. And he's a champ, man. Even though Sterling beat him, he's still a champ in people's eyes. Like, he is a champ, and he is for sure a champion. I just in heart though. Like, Sterling, I thought Sterling won against him. I'll be real there. I thought Sterling should have won that. But against Sandhagen, he does good against Sandhagen, and Sandhagen and O'Malley are similar styles. Sandhagen is probably better, and Yan was able to figure him out still. Short notice for Sandhagen, short notice for Corey, I understand. But I think Yan's really good. I think he's very good. Very good. And Aldo fight, beating Aldo like that, beating Faber head kicks in the 3rd round on a shorter opponent, I understand, but I think I'm gonna have to lean the way of Yan. He's savage. He's in there. He's still young. O'Malley's 27. I mean, O'Malley, 29 years old for Yan. He's a big favorite, 3-1. But Yan, I think, wins. I'm gonna go Petr Yan winning this one. Yeah, I think Yan wins. O'Malley's good, but man, why are you making it close? Why are you taking Moutinho to the 3rd round? Like, I understand Moutinho's plan was to survive, but why are you letting that plan work against a bum and Moutinho, O'Malley? You know? beat Wineland and Quinones, I understand, but Almeida, he beat Almeida, but in the second round, close, getting closer. Almeida started to do all right. You know, Paiva, he beat dead even before the KO. Let's be real. But Munoz was arguably beating him. Let's be real. Landing leg kicks, landing the aggression, and I just think I think Piotr's gonna win this one. By third round TKO. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I think O'Malley's gonna lose. Third round TKO for what's his name? Piotr Yan. First round goes to O'Malley. Second round goes to Yan. Slightly though. Third round, Yan. Yan has a good ending to the second round. Third round, Yan TKOs him with big shots. O'Malley can't recover. And yeah, but I think Yan will win it. I really do believe Yan will get the job done here. But yeah, and winner of this one probably gets a title shot. Moving on, or Marlon Vera. Moving on up the card, Aljamain Sterling versus TJ Dillashaw. I'm gonna go Aljo. I was originally picking TJ, but Aljo, man, you gotta go Aljo. I think TJ's good and he has good takedown defense. I understand. TJ's a savage. I respect TJ. I just think TJ's gonna lose, man. Another layoff for him as well. A year off already now, and he should have arguably lost to Sandhagen. I just think the advantages here for what's his name? It's gonna be big. Sterling. The advantages for Sterling here is gonna be big, and I understand Sterling doesn't have the best of stand-up, but I think TJ is overlooking it. And TJ's 36. He ain't older, almost 37. Aljo beat Yan. Arguably, if you even think he lost, he made it close. I think Sterling won though, but I just think Yan. Not Yan. I just think Dillashaw's good. I just don't think he's good enough, and I think Sterling is gonna go out there and rock him with like a head kick, and Dillashaw I think is gonna I think he'll rock him, shoot for a takedown. Dillashaw sprawls. Sterling kind of gets him down. Dillashaw sprawls it, gets back up. Sterling is fast and snatches the back. Submits TJ for RNC. Rear naked choke. I'm gonna go first round submission there for Aljamain Sterling. I think he's gonna get the job done. Dillashaw's older as well. Had a knee injury, a eye injury as well. Of course, against Sandhagen. One knee, one eye against Sandhagen. I'm gonna go Sterling getting this one done. Making individual breakdown prediction vids for all of these fights. Sterling, Dillashaw, Yan O'Malley, Dariush Gamrot, and Brady Bilal. And the main event we'll get to now. Charles Oliveira versus Islam Makhachev. I'm going Charles. I can't stop doubting him now. I picked him all the way through. In the Kevin Lee fight, well, when I was starting to watch him. The Kevin Lee fight, the Tony Ferguson fight, I picked him in. Michael Chandler fight, I picked him in. I picked him against Poirier, I picked him against Gaethje, I'm picking him against Makhachev. I really am. I just think winner of this will take on Volk, and Volk's the backup and replacement for this main event. Makhachev, I think, is gonna lose, man. The pressure's on him. The pressure's all on him. I'll speak more of this in the individual breakdown prediction vid tomorrow, so stay tuned. But I think Oliveira is gonna be too much, too clean, and too crisp with his shots. Like, he put away Gaethje and dropped Gaethje. Basically KO'd and submitted Gaethje in one fight. Let's be real. Beat Poirier. Beat Chandler. You know? I think this just speaks. And he destroyed Ferguson on the ground for 3 rounds. I don't get how Diaz subbed him, but frickin' Charles can't, and Beneil couldn't as well. But I think he'll get a guillotine, man. He got it against Lee. You know, he's good. Anaconda against David Tamer. Guida fight, he got guillotine again. Got guillotine against Miles Jury. Got submitted with guillotines against Lamas and Pettis, but I just think you have to go with him winning this one. I think you gotta go Charles. He's 32 years old. Makhachev, I get it, is 31. But Makhachev, like Bobby Green. Short notice against Bobby Green. Short notice against Dan Hooker. Full camp against Moises, who took him down in that fight, which people don't mention, and survived till the 4th round. Drew Dober, full camp. Survived to the 3rd round. Dober sucks on the ground. You know? Davy Ramos. Davy Ramos. Beat him up. No, Davy Ramos dropped him for jab early on. Makhachev eventually got the takedown in the third round. You know, because he kind of hurt Davy Ramos with a knee. I'm gonna take Olives, man. Makhachev, I think, should have fought a few more times before taking this title shot opportunity. And the pressure's on him in Abu Dhabi. Ali putting pressure on him. Habib putting pressure on him. All the fans. If he loses this one, not gonna be good. And I think Olives is gonna be too much. I'm gonna go Oliveira, rocking him early, kicking him back with some front kicks and teeps, and Makhachev shooting a panic takedown and gain something for guillotine. Tapping. I don't think he'll go out cold. I think he'll tap, and Oliveira will get the job done and become and defend his title for the third successful time. So I bet if you're on still not and new, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Individual breakdown prediction tomorrow for this, and yeah, what a great card. Yeah, I'm going to go with Oliveira, Sterling, Yan, Gamrot, Fiora, Bilal, Baralho, Krylov, Tugagov, Mustafayev, Nurmagomedov, Petrosian, Makhachev, and Rosa. Yeah.